Los Angeles is Z News Week in Review. Coming up, complete coverage of this year's Academy Awards, including all the best fashions and all the big winners.
I don't know, but you know, stupid is still as stupid does. I'll tell you that right now.
Then they said it wouldn't last, and they were right. Julia Roberts and Lyle Lovett announced their separation.
Hello, everybody. Steve Kometko is on assignment. I'm Amy Powell.
And I'm Bianca Ferrar. During the next half hour, we'll make sure you're up to date on all the top stories from the world of entertainment. As the gold dust settles over this year's Oscars, it's clear there were no real surprises. When it comes to the major awards, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences stayed with the popular favorite. We begin our Oscar wrap-up with the story of a slow-witted Alabama boy who raced to victory in the highest-grossing movie ever to win Best Picture at the Oscars. More now from Steve Kometko.
And the Oscar goes to Forrest Gump.
9 years and $300 million box office dollars ago, Forrest Gump started its journey.
I was born with big gums, sir.
Tonight, somebody very special, sent me something to my house right beforehand, and it had one word on it, and he's a previous winner. And it was my friend, the guy who likes to wear the dark shades, Mr. Nicholson. He sent me something that's had one word on it, and I think it summed it up, and all it said was joy.
Gump's director, Bob Zemeckis, who also did Back to the Future and Romancing the Stone, was handed the Best Director statue from his mentor, Steven Spielberg.
Alex, your father just won the Academy Award. Robert Zemeckis for Forrest Gump.
I can't choose between my films. It's sort of like asking me who my favorite child is.
You only have one, Bob.
I only have one, but I can imagine, though, what it would be like to choose between my children if I had more. But I'm happy I got this for Forrest.
Well, you know, unlike the Miss America pageant, you get to keep your crown.
In Los Angeles, I'm Steve Kometko for E! News Week in Review.
Zemeckis said if the script is right and if Tom Hanks wants to do it, sure, he'd consider doing a sequel to Forrest Gump. Glamour magazine's Charla Krupp gives us an inside peek at a few of this year's top Oscar designers.
The Oscars are fashion's biggest night, and who gets to dress who has become a very competitive business. For a designer, your gown on a star's back is an ad campaign that money can't buy. It came as no surprise that glamour was the mood of the moment at this year's Academy Awards. Hollywood glamour was the inspiration at the Spring '95 ready-to-wear collections, and over the last year, virtually every top designer celebrated the return of the woman as goddess. Giorgio Armani could be called the king of Hollywood style. He was the Oscar night designer for Annette Bening and Jodie Foster. Armani's style is low-key, understated, and very sophisticated.
If an actor or an actress chooses to wear something of mine for such an evening, which is obviously so important to them and so important for their career, then it obviously means that they've chosen to wear my clothes because they think that it will help them on their big night, that it will add something to them.
The other hot Italian designer Oscar night was the sexy, brash, and often outrageous Gianni Versace. He dressed his friend Sylvester Stallone, Elton John, and supermodel Claudia Schiffer. Versace dresses women who want to make a bold statement.
I think in this moment women request a lot of a new glamour, new beauty. To me, beauty was never out of fashion.
One of the many fresh New York designers Oscar night was Vera Wang. Originally a bridal dress designer, Wang made a name for herself creating custom-made gowns for Holly Hunter, Marissa Tomei, and Mariah Carey. Wang dressed her good friend Sharon Stone again this year, as well as Holly Hunter.
I don't think it's just about how many you can dress or even who you dress. I think it's how you make that person look.
Fashion and glamour aren't solely reserved for women.
Oh no, at this year's Oscars, the men had some fashion statements to make too.
The Black Tie Bureau voted in a number of different awards that were tied into the movie titles. For example, the Life is a Box of Chocolate Award went to Clint Eastwood for the most classically attired formal wear. The tuxedo was classic, but the accessories with the all-white tie and vest were a little bit of a twist, which looked very unique and very elegant. Some other types of awards, what they called the Nobody's Fool Award. And that would be for the people who were the most forward fashion in formal wear. My personal opinion on that was that I thought that Steven Spielberg looked fantastic. Very forward fashion, very elegant, beautifully tailored. The silver four-in-hand tie was a little bit of a fashion statement that is not necessarily formal, but he pulled it off beautifully.